back. We've got Chef Dev on deck, and he's back with a vegetarian recipe for the grill. I love that you're going in this direction, Dev. What are you serving up?
So we're going to do a beautiful grilled eggplant on labneh with a chermoula. And we're going to do pomegranate and apricot and raisin garnish. I know I may be using some ingredients or dishes, the names of dishes that may not be familiar, but I'm going to go through them specifically and in detail throughout the segment. But I just love doing vegetarian dishes.
Okay, so vegetarian doesn't have to be boring on the grill. You're going to start with the eggplant.
That's correct. So I'm going to break down the eggplant here. I'm going to slice down the middle, and I'm going to slice down again, and I leave the stem on. It looks pretty when you go to serve it. So just slice, and now we have the eggplant exposed. Now what I want to do is transfer this to a tray. Tracy, this is a very important step. You know, we often hear about how bitter eggplant can be. So what I want to do is just take a little bit of salt and salt the eggplant, and you're going to see that the moisture starts getting drawn out. And then I use a kitchen rag or a paper towel to get rid of a lot of that moisture. On the right, you'll see how this eggplant has now lost some moisture. The color has started to change, and you see that some of that bitterness is out. Not all of it, but some of it. This also starts to season the eggplant and cook it. So these are ready to hit the grill. I'm going to drop them down like this, 45 degrees, and then I'm going to turn them in the opposite direction, and we're going to get hash marks, okay? I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. Let's move on to the chermoula. Parsley and cilantro. Next, what I'm going to do is slice some mint. Let's get some salt into the party. Let's get a little bit of black pepper into the party. Next, I'm going to add in some really beautiful spices. Coriander that's been crushed in a mortar and pestle. So as you can see, it's nice and coarse into the bowl. Smoked paprika. So just a very soft kiss of heat, barely any, but that beautiful paprika flavor along with the smoke. Next, we have cumin, again, freshly ground. Za'atar into the mix. This is like wild thyme, okay? This is thyme and marjoram and toasted sesame seeds. Sometimes you'll get it with sumac inside, and that goes into the mix as well. Next, what I want to do is add in a good squeeze of lemon juice, so you can see with these flavors here how vibrant and fresh this is going to be. Lemon into the bowl. Give my hands a quick wipe here. And then next, what I'm going to do is add some oil, Tracy, and bring this together. Just a vibrant, fresh, salady, herbaceous mix. Okay, so we're going to come over here to the eggplant. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take the eggplant and turn it on its side. See, we're starting to get grill marks here. So what I'm going to do is the eggplant was like this. I'm going to turn it this way so we can now get some hash marks. And then I'll flip it on the other side and do the same thing. I have some eggplant prepared behind me. Tracy, it's a hot one out here, okay? And we like it hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool though. I love being outside. So here we have the eggplant. You can see how I got hash marks on it. And I see how it's very beautifully charred. So it's cooked through really well. I'll show you the other one as well. So that's what we're working with today. To assemble this dish, we're going to be using labneh. Now labneh is a strained pressed yogurt. So if you want to make this at home, you can take Greek yogurt, salt it, and strain it. This is over the course of 1 to 2 days to get any more moisture that you can. And then it's acidic with lemon juice. So it's tangy. It's got the consistency of cream cheese, and I've left this out at room temperature for a bit because I want to make it pliable. Let me show you how we put this together. I'm going to take my labneh, so my pressed strained yogurt, and brush this. It's like sliding on the plate, but it's all gravy, baby. So look at that. Really nice bed of the labneh. Again, tangy, pressed yogurt. We're going to take the eggplant and do a nice little design here. I'm going to plate it actually facing towards you. Next, what we're going to do is pockets of this chermoula. Already you could serve this and you would be a star. But we're going to add a few more ingredients. For a little bit of sweetness, texture, color contrast, I have some golden raisins. Again, this is a vegetarian dish, and I love cooking vegetarian type dishes that if you were a meat eater, you would still love it, okay? Pomegranate for color, pop, freshness. Next, I have a couple apricots. So Tracy, another tip for people at home is like, these ingredients are all fun and they all bring their own thing, but colors are really important. So I have green and I have red, and now I have some orange that can go, and I have the yellow from the golden raisins. And already this dish is coming together and looking really, really fun. You'll have different chews and textures and a lot of fun stuff happening. And then finally, what I'm going to do to finish this plating is that I'm going to add a little bit of that za'atar on top And this is a dish that you can go ahead and make it for someone in your family, and then get them to EMT you $25. Okay? So this is the final dish that we're looking at.
Yeah, it's worth it. That's so good. I love the color, and I love the fact that you kept it vegetarian, and a lot of our viewers are. Thank you. Beautiful recipe.